Now, let me explain the price. The price is the most critical thing in the whole game, so each phase needs to set the price well. Why? If the price is set too high, it will make your enterprise has inventory, and then you are unable to get the money originally expected, and then the profit is very low, which will affect all the operations of your decision table. For example, you want to dividends or you want to buy machine. The result, you have no money already, so the price is very important. On the other hand, your price is set low. It is lower than the profits of other companies, so price is a key to determine the success or failure of your entire business. Internal pricing is to look at the last phase demand and the current phase sale to determine the price fluctuations. And you can take this inventory and the last quarter booking into consideration to change the price fluctuations. For example, if you have more inventory, you can lower the price. And if you have more inventories, you can raise the price. As for how much the price is raised or lowered, it is the art between enterprises. Then, the external pricing is based on your target competitors' set prices. But remember, this is only one of my common methods. You may have a better idea, can try. This is just a suggestion. The next stage is to discuss bonds, which are used to purchase machines. So, in the early phases of the business, the first bond offering, because bonds are repayable in installments and the loan is obtained within the present term, which is safer, the bond, of course. What exactly is a bond? The total amount of the bonds issued and outstanding should exceed half of the net assets at the start of the term. That is, if you have a lot of net assets, you can have more amount to issue bonds. Then it can be repaid in 20 principal phases. That is, you have not finished the race and the debt is not yet paid off. This is possible because it is to let each installment to 5% of the proportion of principal repayment and the payment of interest. Then the relative financial pressure will be much smaller. So the beginning is to take bonds as the first solution, and then issue the loans. You can also use the loan line to make up for the scarcity of funds in the coming phases, because you can see the first 3 installments will first use bonds to acquire machine to accompany expansion and development, so later use the loan to cover the lack of your business cash. Another thing to keep in mind is that the bonds cannot be paid in advance or postponed. The distinction between loans and bonds is that bonds are more profitable than loans, and the security is also greater for bonds. Finally, let's talk about dividends. The first one is to ensure that the cash at the end of the period must exceed the funds required for the competitions to be able to pay dividends. The second condition is that the number of dividends must not exceed the company's after-tax profit at the end of the period. In terms of dividends, in judging criteria, dividends are cumulative in scoring, and dividends are key point in putting a company's score up.